This is pretty fire.
So why
We begin in about 2 minutes, 2 or 3 minutes, something like that. So yeah,
So I'm not.
we have a new setup here. So yeah, it's gonna be freaking awesome.
Well, my mic wants to only this. I didn't even see it. My stand was blocking it.
That was a nice centerpiece. Yeah. In a way.
You could put a little tablecloth there and like.
Wait, not tablecloths. This is jazz.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's true. That's true.
Well, of course, in the swing era.
There you go. There you go. That was just a wrong pitch.
I think I'm ready. I'm down.
See, if you're gonna walk over, you just
What is it?
Yeah, you are.
Where did it come from? They on the secret
Hello, everybody. Can y'all hear me? Yeah. So, welcome to the Wealthy House. My name is Anna Traylor, and I'm the Special Projects Coordinator here at the Eudora Wealthy House and Garden. I'm so delighted to have you guys here for our most special annual event, the Live Jazz Night in the Wealthy Garden. We are delighted to have with us Mississippi College Jazz Band, who will be here with us playing some of Miss Wealthy's favorite genre. Miss Wealthy had a very experience. If you would like to come back for an important join us to learn more about her life and legacy. First, some quick announcements before we get started on the gravel driveway.
What are you giggling about?
And also, Urban Fox is with us selling sweet treats and savory treats, so please show them some love.
I'm gonna start calling you Giggles. Someone's gotta bring his energy.
Please stay out of the garden bed and y'all have a great night.
We're delighted to be here. Thank you very much for Anna for inviting us back. I guess this is our either third or fourth year here, so it's a great experience for the students here. We're going to start out with a Rick Hirsch tune called Giddy Up. And he's an award-winning jazz composition person who worked with Bob Minzer. You've heard of him. He was an amazing sax player and composer. And also Toshiko Akiyoshi, who has an amazing big band. That's like going back to maybe the 80s, 90s, late 80s, early 90s, I think, when he was touring around a lot. I haven't heard much from him lately, but anyway, an amazing group, and the tune itself is really kind of unique, and you can certainly hear some of the influence of those two folks. So here is Giddy Up by Rick Hirsch. One of the ensembles end up just running through the whole night. I'm going to try to get everybody in on this first half, this first part of the concert. So you've already met Jason Bridges.
Woo!
DJ Hibbler.
Woo!
He's also going to be playing some clarinet a little bit later.
Oh yeah.
Murray.
Woo!
Jacob Brown.
Woo!
Abigail Weemark.
Woo!
Who's come back to help us out. Really appreciate her being here. Ashton Laubach.
Woo!
He's going to be over there on bass for a couple of tunes and also flute.
Woo!
There. And then finally, Katie Bird.
Woo!
We're going to slow it down now to called My Only Wish. There's Jason Bridges there over on the alto saxophone.
Ants don't belong in the music, Ryan. There sure are.
So you'll hear Katie Bird on Barry sax. You'll hear Jacob Brown on tenor. You'll hear Jason Bridges again.
Yeah.
Joseph Assis,
Trombones, we need mutes for this one.
the guitar,
Not for this
and
one.
Tyler Collins in the back there.
Which Joseph is it?
The trumpet.
Oh, Joseph.
Oh, we got our mutes. Let's go.
The Joseph I was referring to is back there on the trumpet.
Need these for me. Yeah.
My cobweb infested mute.
We'll get more later.
DLC. Christopher Christensen.
The ensemble. He's going to do an old 1930s tune, which has become a standard, and it's called Moon Indigo by Duke Ellington, Irving Mills, and Alvin Bigger.
Oh, he's got the glasses on.
We don't need them right now, but I just got them at that time.
Yay, DLC. New level unlocked. We're back in style.
Dr. Ben Williams.
Woo! That's my theory instructor.
Helping us out. He's not a regular member, but
Shake.
he's the boss, and so we got to keep him.
See, but exactly this. But what this way was doing.
Joseph Lindsay. Jay Warner on string bass. Lauren Jordan on the electric bass.
Woo!
Billy Stanley on the drum set.
Woo!
Russell Ray on the drum set.
Woo!
Miscellaneous percussion and the vibes. Noah Melton.
Woo!
Well, the next thing we're going to do is has a Latin feel to it. It's called Sophisticated Raven by Irving Mills, Mitchell Parrish, and Duke Ellington. This arrangement is Frank Mantuber, and it's become a standard in jazz. What's really interesting about this particular arrangement is it kind of goes back to its original tune of 1933, where they had a small combo of instruments. It was a saxophone, trombone, and a clarinet. I think is what the original was. And what was interesting about the way he put it together was that the trombone was put way up in his upper register, and the clarinet was at the very bottom of his register, and then of course the flex of the tenor sax sort of filled in the middle. So it was a really interesting sound. Well, Frank Mantooth has come up with an interesting grouping of instruments, very similar to what the original began was, and that is that we have a full quartet of instruments up here. Ashton Lala, if you remember, I said he's in the sax section here. He's going to be playing on this.
Yeah.
Kate Bird, Barry saxophone back here. James Roberts in the back there in the trumpet.
Yeah.
And Tyler Collins will be doing the fourth of the quartet parts. It does open up for some improvisation in the middle, and you'll hear Katie back here on the Barry, and also Tyler in the notes.
That innings. A little rough. That was not bad, but it was rough for me. Guess I'll drink a little.
Oh, yeah, there's a straight move in this one.
Where'd my straight move go? Where's all my straight moves?
By Artie Shaw. It's an arrangement by Cole Porter. Gained a lot of popularity early on in the swing era. And since it was an Artie Shaw arrangement, we're using the Artie Shaw arrangement. Tonight it features a clarinet.
The implied money.
Our clarinetist tonight is also an alto sax player. AJ Tibbler.
Woo! What a guy.
The tune is Begin the Game.
Much for the hairspray. And the hairspray. Can you tell? Oh yeah. Oh, that's my mute. What a guy.
First time you played a clarinet?
Is that the first time?
Yeah. Clarinet and jazz? Yeah.
No, he had his shoes on. I'm sorry, it's fiddle. Never mind.
Haha, very funny.
What about this guy?
Haha, very funny.
Yeah, what are you doing here?
That was his sister.
Go back to your marching band.
All right, I'd like to introduce the trombone section next. I'm unprepared. No, saving my favorite. I'm a trombone. What? Here is the trombone section. Tyler Collins. Is that better? Annabelle Connerly was supposed to be here. Is she in the audience? Annabelle, she was talking about.
She's getting surgery tomorrow.
She broke her wrist a few days ago. So
God
she
rest your
can't
soul.
play trombone. But Eugenie Waldeser.
R.I.P.
Eugenie is in one, who just happens to, I guess, do you live in the area? How far did you drive?
2.5 hours.
2.5 hours to help us out.
All will be here with us goobers.
She worked her way all the way through the trombone section in her 4 years at MC, and I think she all the way through pretty much. Did you ever play bass, Bone? No, that was the only one. Okay. Yeah, definitely has old pictures of her playing second trombone, and of course she was our principal trombonist for 2 years, wasn't it? Yeah, 2 years. Anyway, thank you so much for helping us out. And next to her is a noisy little guy, Mr. Juvi Salvan.
Hey, get a load of this guy.
Juvi is actually is the band director at Mississippi College. So, he helped out with a bunch of different, like getting the truck and making sure that everybody helped set up, getting stuff on the truck and all that. So, Juvi, thank you so much for all your help.
I'm also not a trombone player.
And she's also not a trombone player. She's a tuba player, actually. Bass trombone, tuba. Oh, anyway, moving on.
I've also played trumpet in this band.
Sing the yawns out in the audience.
We get it. We get it. You're the band director.
Is love. L-A-V-E. And we'll bring up Christopher again on the vocal solo.
Woo!
She's playing piano solo, and also Jacob Brown on the tenor.
Oh yeah.
Not if Abigail takes it. You guys. Start this way.
Finish out the first half, and then we're going to take a 10-minute break. 10-minute break, and then we'll finish it out at 7 o'clock. But this last summer, a very famous trumpet player. That's right, I was going to do the trumpets. Before I go on, let me introduce the trumpets. Peyton Harrell.
Come here.
They've been doxxed now.
I saved the introduction of the trumpet section because the tune that we're going to finish the first half on is called Land of Make Believe by Chuck Van Jones. Chuck Van Jones, famous, you may not know him as a trumpet player because he always played a flugelhorn. Hayden, you have that? Yeah, you see the chord back there. It's the same length as a regular trumpet, only it has a bigger bell on it, and it gets, it's a conical instrument, so it keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. The trumpet is kind of a cylindrical instrument and it's a little larger. So the flugelhorn is a very mellow instrument. And Chuck Van Jones passed away this summer. He was 80-something, 86, 85 years old, something like that. A very modest guy. I knew him. And,
Of course he knew him.
His fame was almost too much for him. He was always felt he told me once that he felt more comfortable sitting in his little studio at the music department at Eastman writing. That's just what he liked to do. Well, the problem is that his music was so good, it hit popularity, ended up being a huge star, moving to LA and doing the whole thing out there and everything. But he found his way back once his popularity came down. He wasn't touring as much and all that kind of stuff. Settled back in Rochester, New York, which is where Eastman School of Music is, and just enjoyed the latter part of his life in a much more secluded environment, something he was much more comfortable with. It's not that he hated the fame, but it just was a little overwhelming, as I'm sure you can imagine, to be hounded by people all the time, and all that sort of thing, especially since he really didn't have that kind of personality. So this is Land of Make Believe by Chuck Mangione.
Woo! All right, hang tight, folks. We will be back in 10 minutes.